good morning, everyone. So today's course is relating to asset accounting. But before starting, as I request every time, that please fill the survey. It is in the invitation link. Invitation to find the link for the survey regarding this training. Second thing, that all the related recording previous one, China for you, if you did not attend it. Any of the, so is the shared drive is same, Y drive. You have to come here, Y drive, then the corporate accounting folder. After that, there's a process document folder. Then there's SAP training recording something, S4 HANA recording. Okay, and there you will find all the previous trainings. Yes, Andre, sorry.
Are you sharing the screen?
Oh, it is not shared. Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. Go back and okay, so I will start again. Okay. So going back, the location where all the trainings are there. So Y drive, shared drive, then the corporate accounting folder. Then 20th is our process document folder, subfolder. In that you have to go to SAP training recording. And here you will find all the previous training recordings. So like today, one is the asset accounting. Just open this thing. So this deck, the presentation PPT files you will find here, and I just add some of the Excel files and some T codes and Furia, which is already in the PPT file. Just for the easiness, I just put in this. And for asset accounting, there's some special, I mean, you can say the steps I added just to, because just to brief you in the beginning that this FBIF we were using in ECC. So the new change is only, I mentioned also that the old T code is FBIF, but the new one is just at the suffix we add L. So L means ledger. So instead of using ABIF, now in S4 HANA you have to use ABIFL. So this is the only new change. Otherwise, everything remained the same. The interface, the process, everything same. So for this, we have to do all these steps. So that's why I just added these steps. So in these steps, you will also learn how to make an internal order. This is the old way, but there are some new. I have mentioned in red new that these are the new steps you have to do after each previous old steps. So these things I just added intentionally, but other than this, these are all the things are in the PPT file. You will find this thing. So for the easiness, I just made this Excel file. And there's something, again, the MMC provided job it. It is nothing but the same things which are in that. So they just separated and make separate files. So if either you can go with this or with the main file. So this is the main folder where you will find the training, and again going to main folder as for HANA training recording. This Excel file, this is now again I will show so that you will easy for you. So after process document, we are inside where you will find all the previous recording plus one Excel file. So in that Excel file, if you open it, you'll find the details regarding login. So the server is 31. Like this. For the practice, you have to go to 31 server and login details are there with the names like Shaina, Andre. So column B relating to the user ID and password is on column C. So simply copy paste and you can log into the system. So these are the basic, you can say that things that before starting the presentation. Okay, so going back to our main deck. So regarding this course is asset accounting. So just brief you, like in any other modules, we need a transaction in asset accounting. There's some year-end activities, and third is reporting. So same process, division in asset modules. Recording of asset for our, it's the capitalization. We just record the asset. It is in a flowchart in a bit in detail with that. So acquiring an asset. So in our case, like uh, we capitalize it or through AUC, asset under construction, or CIP. We use to acquire the asset or capitalize the asset. Then depreciation, and in the end, if you want to retire it, sell it or scrap it, the last step. And after that, the year-end closing and reporting. So again, the same thing, same process in a flowchart they mention. Only some of the highlighted things I will discuss with you. The technical clearing account, it will discuss again in detail. So it's a new clearing account which is configured at the background, which has nothing to do with the users. So we will not engage in this thing, but just for the general information, this new T account is configured, and the purpose is that now, before it was that one accounting principle we can use like FRCS or GAAP, but with this technical account we can use multiple accounting principles. So the process, and in the note, the process for AU settlement post asset remain mostly unchanged. That what I said, that mostly unchanged means that everything is same. Only this thing which I mentioned it, that they have changed the T codes. So now AFIF is no longer, it is there, but when I think they have taken the access. So now when you put this thing, it will say that this T code does not exist. So what you have to do, you have to just add L in the end, ABIFL. So that's why they said that mostly remain unchanged. So mostly means that only the T code is changed. Otherwise, all the process, all the steps, all the reports are there. Again, discussing the changing eliminates an name of for the first point, that now asset accounting and general ledger are automatically reconciled because of universal journal, AC DOCA, we call it technical word, but just for your information. So eliminating the need for the manual reconciliation if you were doing before. So this one is not needed in future because it is auto reconcile. Whatever entries flow from asset accounting, it will update GL ledger real time. And depreciation is recorded directly for each asset, same thing, but now in S4 HANA, you will find more details of depreciation in GL reports. Any changes to asset master or asset posting trigger an immediate to the planned depreciation, means that if you change something, so the planned depreciation immediately, as we discussed in the first point, that it is real time updating the all the ledgers. So if we change anything in the depreciation, so you will see the change in every report and everywhere. A dedicated clearing account. Okay, yeah, the same thing, the technical clearing account. This we'll discuss again. It is for the accounting principles. Asset accounting requires on closing activity that must be completed before the GL close. So as we discussed yesterday, that for the G we run T code FAGL GBTR for the balance carry forward for GL and as well as for all the subledgers, including asset accounting. But asset has one additional steps to do this thing, and this is, I think, currently you are also doing this thing, and that is the AFAB thing, not AFAB thing, it's AJAB, AJAB. So as this has an additional step in asset modules. Other modules does not need any other T code, only FAGL GBTR is enough. But for asset accounting, this additional step which you are currently also doing in ECC. So just to emphasize this thing, so asset accounting is closing only one fiscal, yes. So this is again not something that may have you have been encountered before. One fiscal year can be open per company year. Means that I remember that in I think in January, February, I saw one email, Arun, MMC is asking to close the previous year. So even the 2024 in asset accounting, the year is open. 24 is open, 25 is open, and 6 is the current account, is current year. So now in S4 HANA, you can only open one year, like the one previous year and one the current year. Means that like if you are due to some reason you did not close 2026, so S4 HANA will allow you to remain it open in 2026 as well as 2027, but it cannot be possible 2025 or 2024 is also open. So this thing is now eliminated. So only 1 year plus the current year it will be open, allowed to open it. Okay, integrated yeah. So this is something again and giving some detail regarding the technical clearing account. So real-time parallel valuation across the multiple accounting principles. So this is what I said that before only you can use one accounting principle. Now if you want, you can add IFRS, GAAP, or any other multiple, and with this, the depreciation everything will be evaluated. So this is the purpose of a technical clearing account, but I think for all hospitals only one accounting principal, but at least for MGH it is only one accounting principal we are using, and so for us is no change, but just for the information, the reason behind technical clearing account, and when it trigger, just for the example, when non-PO acquisition posted directly to the asset, then it triggers this clearing account, and again it is at the background. You'll not see PO base acquisition, it will trigger, but I think our case is this acquisition via internal order, not trigger. So you won't be seeing any claim account during this thing. And in the points, highlighted point, it is also mentioned that system automatically handles the additional posting in the background, means that everything relating to technical querying account, it will be handled at the background and system will take care. And just a screenshot for this thing, they just mentioned that with use of technical querying account in the background, so no changes will be happen. Like there's in the report everywhere the same, all asset transaction including retirement sales are reflected normally, gain or loss depreciation. So everything they are saying technical clearing account impact backend accounting document only, asset reporting and validation remain the same. So just give you some idea or relief that even there's a new technical account, clearing account, but it will not make any changes. Yes, Asila.
Oh, Alia, just to see this integrated assets one, like how much knowledge that they pass on to us on this, because it's a direct asset posting, right? Then how it is connected to the investment support, like what we do normally, Andrew might confirm it. So we create the internal order, then we create the AUC you shown over there. So then once when it comes to the point where we are going to capitalize the assets, so we transfer the internal order to the AUC or the AUC to the fixed assets. By that
Mm-hmm.
time, we connected the internal order, sorry, investment support to bring the grant into the picture. Now this assets is
Yes.
directly posting. So how do we connect? Do they show how we connect the investment support to the asset then to get the deferred grant amount?
So you
Do they
want
say
to
something
see the
and it's a direct posting only, like then how we, like normally asset is a separate module, so then we don't generally pass any entries to the asset module directly. So in the journal, when you do that AC docker, so then we do the entry directly to the assets if there are any adjustments coming in or any additional charges or any additional capitalization coming in. So we directly post it to that account. What will happen to the
so
grant then?
so Asila, they did not
Uh,
discuss this
Explain
thing
much, right?
as No, at all. As they mentioned that it is as is thing, like nothing has changed in S4 HANA. Same thing what in ECC what we are following. But as I mentioned that this process, whole process will do. I'll show you. Okay, from A to Z. So then we can discuss this. And so I added this step just for the information and we can discuss if something for AC Doka thing is only for the reporting purpose that now every report is there, especially when we see the Fury app. So you can find so many filters, so many options that you can get the reports in different dimensions. So the benefit of AC Doka is this. But this wasn't discussed in the training or in anywhere, but I just included all the steps and we'll go through just after in the middle of the presentation. We'll start this thing and things will be clear and you can ask question. If I can answer, I will reply to you because this was as is. They said that nothing has changed in the new world as for now. So, and please, if anyone has a question, please interrupt me because I was just focusing on one screen, so I cannot see your hand raise. So, Shaina, you or Andre, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Okay, going back, master data, same thing like master data, we should have, it's a general overview of the module that we should have the asset in the system and there is an asset class, like in broader terms, it's 50,000 or we depreciation area and account assignment. I can show you if someone has no idea or little idea, these asset master can open any asset and all these things we can say AS03 you can go there. So master data, the slide is regarding master data, so there must be some asset in there, asset number, class, as you know that there are some classes where we can assign the assets. So these are the asset class. 10,000 for the land, 9,000 we know that it's CIP or AUC, asset under construction, or this we use it normally most of the time. I mean, when we are just capitalizing, first we use this, and after that we transfer it to any of the asset class, 50,000, 20,000. So these are the asset classes in MGH. Then in time department, these are called assignments. That cost center, you will find it here. Business area is only one, so always they will be there. And you can see that, as I mentioned in each and every training, that you will find not two new entries. Even if you are passing FB50 or somewhere, these funds and grants, so these will be there. These are the new things. And by default, these entries will be there, like fund, NR, not relevant, and for grant, GM grant, none. So these are because a new thing in S4HANA. So in all the data relating to the previous one, these were automatically added by default. So don't need to worry about this thing, but it is now part and parcel of our, I mean, S4HANA, whenever you are passing any entry, you will find these things. So nothing in that, and depreciation we will mention it here. The first one is the book for the booking normal ordinary depreciation, and this is for the investment sport. We edit, and if asset is related to investment sport, first of all in allocation we have to mention in the key 52, and when we enter this thing again, there is a list of transaction types. And Andre, maybe you have the idea about these transaction types. Do you?
Yeah, it depends
Like
on it depends
yeah.
on the source of funding.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes from Garon or other
Mm-hmm.
foundation, it is 52. If it comes
Okay.
from the government, from the Ministry of Health, like HERF, it's 54.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an Excel with all those codes. So
Got it.
yeah, and
And Andre
actually,
also,
sorry,
yeah,
actually,
please.
Asela, maybe that will answer your question. When I can you close this, Ali? Can you close this
Yeah,
window? Yeah.
yeah.
So when and can you go back to, yeah. That's the allocations. Yes. So if the asset is funded by the hospital, we don't put anything here. And that's why when we go to depreciation area, can you click, Ali, on the depreciation? Yeah, we will have only one line, 01 book depreciation. So the second line we won't see. But if this asset is funded by the foundation or the hospital, we will see the second line. And with the same useful life and depreciation start day. So if it is funded by foundation or the government, the asset and the funds will be amortized on the same basis.
And the technical name is for DCG, deferred
It is DCG,
capital.
Deferred Capital Grants. Yeah.
Yes, DCG. Okay, and Andrea, also by selecting like 52 or changing to 54 or any other transaction type, it will also change the GL account in balance sheet as well, or it is
Yes.
one GL account at
No,
the
no.
back end.
i- Those funds, they are recorded under different lines. It is in the same bucket, but under different lines. Because
So GL account
the,
is one, you are saying that in balance sheet.
the, yeah, there are
Yeah,
different, yeah,
it's the
there are
same
different
account in
channels.
the balance sheet. It is a deferred
Okay,
account. When we receive the grants early, we put into the deferred account as a credit balance. So
got
then
it.
when we are capitalizing it, like that's why we do a manual reconciliation in the deferred account, because
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
we don't know
Okay,
like how we are going to hit each grant line, right? So that's why we plug it over here. This entry goes to the deferred account as a debit balance
okay,
every month, but then you do manually, like Andrew might be having
got
that
it.
one. Andrew, like my question was like this 52 in here. The second line is coming when there's a grant, as you explained. The issue is if it is integrated, like the integrated asset, then how they put that into the asset, that's a thing like I'm just concerning, because when you do the capitalization, the investment grant is connected to internal order, not to the asset. So that get transferred into the asset, right, Andrew? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how it works. So and the settlement rule works over there, not directly to the asset. It doesn't matter, like it is not in the training, so we will park it somewhere. Ali, like if you happen to
No,
do
I
that.
think, Asila, I will show you. I think I will show you. I'm able to
Okay,
show you.
okay,
Let's see
yeah,
that whether this fulfill your requirement or not. But I think I will show you. Okay,
okay, thank you.
in this presentation. So just going back. Okay, so again, this is a just overview where you can find the master data, asset class, depreciation, account assignment is same like costs. I show you where you can see the cost centers and the business center. Now, again, the flow chart, it's, I think, if, yeah. So now it started. See, your steps, it started. So again, stressing, Andrea, that the T code is now changed. AFI, it is mentioned that entering either AF will, it will remain the same. The processes remain the same. But like in my case, if I enter ABIF, I will show you what happened. So only there's a one alphabet added. AFIB. AFIB, I believe this is the correct code. ABIF, sorry.
Yeah, it's ABI.
ABIF. So you are not authorized, okay? So the old one is, for me, it's not working, although it is available, but they just took out the access. So if I write ABIFL, mean ledger, so it will allow me the same thing. So this is the only change that in S4 HANA, you have to add this L in front of this T code. So to, again, as I mentioned that to see this ABIFL, we have to do all the steps. So this is kind of a cheat
And
sheet. I made it. Yeah.
can I add something?
Yes, please go ahead.
When you go to that ABIFL, then you also manually enter the GL account. I mean, in the old system.
For the transaction for offsetting account.
Yeah, because this is the first screen, and then when you hit enter, you're supposed to get another screen where you put the GL account. And it can be different accounts. It can be 1518-4405 or 1518-5205 based on the funding source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So no,
Where
okay,
it is GL account.
no, yeah, there is no GL account here.
So it's a different screen.
Asset account.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. We'll see you step by step, and
Ali, I think that should be a GL account. The reason is so it goes and it's the trial balance. You know, the balance sheet. There are the asset land, asset furniture, so like buildings. So one of those categories were picked when we are creating the asset. So that's what Andrew is saying. That's right. It should be somewhere. We will see. Like when you go through, probably we can find it.
yes, maybe, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I remember I saw that thing. Okay, so first of all, we'll make some asset. Yes, 01. The CIP, you can call it, or AUC. So just for the, we just copy from any of the existing one. So we can write like 329 description. So all things
Ali,
I'm just
sorry,
copying
Ali,
from.
sorry to disturb, Ali. Like, select something. 9,000 is the AUC category, which is not warrant for the depreciation.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
So
asset link
90.
construction. So it's 9,000
So put,
category. Doesn't like, you don't link investment support to the 9,000 category because it
like
is
a
not
205,
capitalized
yeah.
yet.
Yes, so Asila, what will happen?
Uh,
First, I'll make this thing, okay, the
uh,
asset
uh,
in AUC.
uh.
Then we make a IO, okay. On that, we will assign some cost on that thing. Then we settle the IO, okay. So it will transfer all the costs to this AUC, like normal process. And in after that, we'll make a asset, the proper capitalization of asset. We will use this in what you are saying, 5 series or 2 series. So on that, we transfer costs from 9,000 and 90,000 to 5,000 series. Okay. So then this investment support will work. This is how. So we are not jumping at the end, just in the end at the start. So just going through all the process. So easy to understand what is going on. So I'm just showing all the steps which is involved in this AFIBL things.
Oh, sorry, Ali. I thought that you are going to show us ABIFL. So that's why I thought, okay. Or you are going to
Okay, no
show us
problem.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Then I mean it's a clear idea for you and for others as well. So we are just making one AUC asset under construction things. We are not changing anything, just taking as is thing. Cost center we make it. So just remember this thing 976 thing 7, sorry, 7. I will copy it here so I will remember this thing. Okay, so it's asset name is 329. Then what this I will use in the IO KO01 and so 329 I will make it. All things remain the same. We go there, change the with the new one. So this IO is 8898. Just copy it, 8898. Okay, so now, okay, so Andre and Shaina, the new steps I'm just telling. This is also a similar I deliberately add these steps so they will know how to face the new things. So Andrea and Shaina, these are the new steps. Like I made one IO. I will again show you. KO03. Okay. So this one I just made it in normal T code, normal process, nothing has changed. So after that, as I mentioned yesterday, that now FM module has introduced in new S4 HANA. So what will happen whenever you make a new IO, new cost center, new GL account, or new WBS? So what will happen? It should be transferred to FM module. Now FM module is linked to each module, whatever the module, it's GL, AP. So FM modules, you will find the presence of FM module everywhere. So what need to be done that this IO should be in FM module as well. So what MMC has done, they made one background report or transaction code in which these IOs or WBS will automatically transfer to FM module. But the problem is that this thing will happen at the day end, like in evening sometime when after all the work is done. So automatically this will be converted into FM module. So next day you will find this IO in you can use this IO for the posting purpose. Like this, for example, I will show you. If we go to FB50 just for the example purpose, okay. And I enter the IO, okay. See, a funded program does not exist in FM area. Although we have made this IO, but in FM it is not available. So it means you cannot make any entry in any of the module in S4 HANA. So there are two options. Either you have to wait for tomorrow when at the background in the evening this report will run and this will be available in FM module, or there's another manual approach that you go to the T code call FMM, sorry, FMMD auto. So you have to go here. You can see there are three tabs. Commitment items are for GL account. If you created a GL account, Fund Center for China for you, because I discussed yesterday, is the cost center name. It's equivalent to the cost center. In FM modules, GL call it is, or you can say they're equal to commitment item. Cost centers are equal to fund centers, and IO or WBS are equal to funded program. So this is the different naming convention in FM module. So in this example, we created a FM, this IO, which will be available tomorrow, but we wanted that today it is available for the transactions. So what you will do, you come here and enter the IO number which you created, okay? If there are more than one, you can give the range here as well, okay? And just select this thing, because normally what user do, they forgot to select this thing, okay? So select this thing as well. And if you go down, there's a test ones. So first of all, select this and then run. You will see this green thing. Green thing means that yes, it is available for transfer to FM. But if you run this thing tomorrow, you will not find this thing because automatically this one is transferred to FM module. So just for the information, go back, uncheck this thing, and you will find this. If there's a WBS, same thing, we can do this thing. Andrew, if you are creating a WBS, same thing, you have to select and do the process. So we will executing this thing. It is executed. Now it is available now everywhere. Okay, so don't now it will not restrict that it is not available for the entry purpose. Okay, so we did this thing, asset. Now the second thing, as for IO type 43,000, there is a ABC controls, means that we should put some budget in that thing. Otherwise, entry will not go through. So we have to add the budget as well. So this one is also a new step. And just show you Excel file that you don't need to worry about this thing. We did this thing FMDAUTO to transfer the IO to the FM module. Now we are doing this FMBB to add the budget. So for the budgeting, as we discussed earlier as well in different training, that now budgeting for the capital we have to do in FM module. So the T go to FMBB. So to add the budget, we use this T code FMBB. You can hear some background noise. I don't know. Okay. So now we are entering a budget for FMBB, and the reason is that there's a AVC control on this IO type 4300. So we have to add a budget for this thing.
Sorry,
But
Ali, are you setting up budget for IO?
yes.
But
Yes.
previously we were using KO22 code to set up a
Yes.
budget. So
Yes.
can I still do through that code, or this is the new code that I should use from now on?
No, Andrew, for you, for 4300 IO type, you have to always come to add budget in FM module. FM
Okay,
module. So for
this is something new.
yes, so that's why I'm just again showing you that these are the things. So assigning budget, I mentioned it, that's why in red that it is new, something new,
Yeah,
and
old code KO23.
so you have to use this FMBB to add budget for IO type in S4 HANA. So going back. So the T code is FMBB. Oh, I can hear Maya's voice. Asila, you can this. Asila, I can hear Maya's voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Andrew, to add the budget, it's very simple. You have to select enter. Okay, like normal, always enter. By default, it is coming, but just for the sake of information, it's budget entry. Version is always 0.
So each month you first the invoice, and then
Sorry,
Ali,
Asila, if
can
you
you
can
mute it?
just,
Ali, can you mute
I
it?
the snapshot side by side,
I
so
will
that we can
try.
squeeze
Just a
the
moment.
exploitation
Uh,
so yeah, I think yeah, you already have there, just have some arrange it and add the SAP snapshot for the first one. Yeah. So just the first one that we and the other thing is
no idea. Record meeting type. Not I. No idea about this thing. Maybe here there's something coming with the mic.
yes, to just the Excel. Yeah,
People.
to
I think
Excel,
here
and
I
maybe
can
you
do
have for your
this. Yes.
editing. And yeah, so that I can yeah, because since when
Yeah. right, so going back. Okay, so version is 0 always, Andrea, to enter it, because this is the active one. And these different version 1, 2, 3 is just for the purpose, like if you just make it just for the planning purpose, you can make this, you can use this version, planning version 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you want to make a plan. But if the actual one in which the entry hit, the entry needs a budget, it's version 0. It's actually consumable. Budget type is capex for us, and document type can be any date. It's up to you, because if you enter it, it will be available because it's annual basis, so it will be available for throughout the. And new thing. So after entering this thing, so these are the new columns which are added. As I mentioned, because of the introduction of FM modules, there are certain new details which we have to provide. Although we have to just use this one, funded program is nothing but the IO type, means that only this thing we have to mention it, like in our case. I can show you. So in this sheet, you will find the details of all the fields. Like for IO type, I have mentioned the actual IO number you have to mention for the funded program or / internal order. So in our case, the IO type is this one. But the problem is that if you just do this thing and put the amount here, like any amount, and if you put enter or check this button, this is for the checking that if something is missing, it will flash out. So you will see that these are the missing columns that we have to enter it. So don't worry about these things. These are, we have to provide a default value. So every time we have to provide a default value. So you can save this Excel file anywhere. So there is one way that either, like for fund center, it's FC default. Either you can copy it here, or you can, like normally, normal behavior of SAP, that you can select with this thing. You can write FC star. So all the combination relating to FC will come. So only, as it is only the one option. So you can go with this thing, but I always use this thing. I have this sheet saved, so I just use this thing. Funds NR, not relevant. Grant, GM grant none. Functional area, not relevant. So these are the default values which every time you have to enter it. And for the commitment items 299. 299 means that you can enter any GL account with this IO type. There is one option for the commitment item that we can write F default, but CI default, but we are not using this thing. This will sometimes creates a problem. So we always write 2999. And maybe you remember, Andre, when we are filling the FM budget template, you copy paste this thing. So this is the GL account, means that if we put this thing, it means that it will allow us to make any combination of GL account with the funded program or IO type, and amount we already enter. So this is the, again, these are the things that you always keep ready, like in desktop or somewhere you can save it and just copy paste whenever you want to enter a budget. So you can add multiple budget for IOs, second line, third line, fourth line. So it's up to, so we can just first of all check, if you want to check like a test run. So green tick means that nothing has missed or no wrong value is there, and post it. So now we added a budget. So we were here right now. We added a budget with this thing. Now the settlement of this thing. So settlement rule for the internal order here. We already entered it. So nothing. So now we have to add some entry, either any T code. So as we have the access of FB50, so we'll use this one. So we need a IO number for this thing. I go there. Okay, just just taking it randomly. I need account for the purpose of training.
To the
And here we have to enter a. So Andrew, just for your information, see these, as I mentioned, that now you will find, and there are two new entries, grant and fund related things in each of the transaction whenever you run. So these things are new added, like by default you something, like if I enter it just for the simulate purpose and go back. So you will find these entries are by default. GM, grant, none, NR. So in everywhere in S4 HANA, all the modules, you will find these things coming by default. As I discussed for the budget as well, same thing I mentioned that we mentioned this thing, GM, grant, none, NR. So now you have to live with these new things because of the introduction of funds management. So these things will be there. By default, it is coming like this. But in case where we have to change it, like for Emmy for research, when she enter any IOTA 4100, so then the behavior is different. So, but as this is not our area in this training, so we are not discussing. But for you, 4300 IO types, these are the by default values. So you don't need to worry about it. It will automatically come everywhere. But for the budget, yes, you have to enter it. Okay, so we entered a budget for the 12,000. We are entering some actual value for this thing. Okay, because for the settlement thing, we have to do this thing. So post it. So this entry is posted. Now next step is that we did this FB50. We have to now settle this thing. And before that, we can go to check this asset AW01N, and the asset is, I believe, asset is ending with 763. So 763 is there. You can see that there is no values coming posted because it is not, we did not settle it yet. So nothing is coming. But when we come back, there will be, when we settle it, it will show. So going back, now we have to use either, if there is one IO type, so we use KO88. If there is mass, then we use KO8G. The purpose or uh, the background is the same. So it is only for the single one, and this one is for the mass. So we are going to KO88. We need IO, I believe, to settle it. KO88. I'll open a new window. KO88. So order type is already there. I think same. It's the same. Yeah, ending with 98. Settlement period is April. Fiscal is this. Test run in the settlement rule. So Asila, maybe now you can pick the things, you can make the links. So this is important thing because later when capitalizing is done, then this, if you remember this step, then easy for you to understand the whole process. So settlement thing, we are settling the IO type, and we want to settle it in this asset 763. Okay. So we simply run the settlement. Go back. So it shows that settlement executed one, no changes, no error. And if you want to see the receiver, under you can see that this is the receiver, this is our IO. This is sending 12,000 and the receiver is the AU asset and 9 series asset ending with 763 12,000. So it will receive this thing. And once it is received, this thing, as it is now 0, so value will be coming here with the 12,000. Okay, so just removing the test run check mark. So it is done 12,000. The receiver is there. So now I'm going back just to check this 760. If we refresh it, then the value should come 12,000. So these are the values. Now so from IO to 9 series one, the AU asset has the value now. So this is the first step. There's no depreciation because we just transfer it. And also this is 9 series though, so there shouldn't be any depreciation for this thing because it is asset under construction. So this is done. Now going back to our now second part, asset capitalization. So actually we want to reach to this part, ABIFL. So that's what we are doing. So now we are creating any asset which we want to transfer from the asset under construction to this thing. So for example, we take 2000 series like this one just to copy all the things. I don't have to. Ideally, what happened, what is the process for Asila for you that what you have to do, you have to open this A as 03, okay? This, the one AUC asset, okay? Open it and then open again a new window slash OAS01, okay? And now you will select the class, what class you want, like 20,000. So open this. So now this and the main step starts. So, or we can say major equipment 5,000 series, okay? So what will happen, like normally, this is the process. You have to copy same thing, like whatever in 9 series, you have to same just copy it paste. This is my understanding. Andrew, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my understanding that you have to just copy each and everything, then we transfer the cost. So first step is this.
You know what,
Then
Ali? I never use AC03. I just use AC01 when I was creating a new asset, and that's the only code I use. And then
yeah.
if I need to go back to that asset, I use AC02, but I never use 03.
So it's Andrew, just for your information, it is not relating to asset, but all SAP. So when there is a code, if you find any code like AS01, means that there should be default at least 3 codes like AC01, AC02, AC03, and sometime AC0, I think 4 or 5 for the deletion. So any T account which like KO01, if there is a 1, it's mean 1 is for the creation, KO02 is for the change, and there should be KO03 for the display, whether you want to use it or not. It is normal behavior of the SAP. And same thing, I am not remembering, KO05 is for deletion or 4 is deletion. So it's the normal, you can say the sequence in SAP. Any code ending with 1, it should have 2, 3 as well. So just for the information, but 03 thing you can, because you are using 02 or 01, so same thing you can use it.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
just
yeah, it's a good like for you. If you find anything ending with 01, there should be always 02 and 3 with that T code.
just a matter of curiosity. If we can display asset using AC02 when we want to make a change, we'll display the asset first. So
Yes.
why then we need 03 code? Because we can display using 02.
So it is for the access purpose, like for the managers, they will allow only AS03. Like Lindsay
Oh, I see.
only
I
has
see.
AS03. So she
I see.
cannot change it, but she can view it. So
Gotcha.
this is
Gotcha.
this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Makes sense.
no problem. Yeah, no problem. Always welcome. So Sila, this is the crucial point if you're listening. So now what we are doing, we are just making a capitalizing a asset from AUC. So same thing you have to copy paste whatever in the tab in the 90 series you have to mention this thing here. So for business area, and again if I miss something, please Andre
Yeah.
let me know. Okay, so we'll copy everything. This thing by default it will come when we save it, so don't worry about thing. Go to allocation. Yes. So in 90,000, there will not be any allocation. We know that because it is ascending. But for us, we have to allot. So for this, we just take, for example, 52 series, deferred donation
Yep.
equipment. And just, so as soon as we add this thing, Asila, this thing will automatically update it. See for 52. If I did not, if I added 54, it will become here as well. So okay, useful life. We make it like 10 years. So original, there's nothing for it. It's not mandatory. If you want to add something, you can always add net worth, leasing, depreciation. So main thing is depreciation. We added 10, 10, 10, starting. We start with the one. So, and just for my information, like normally you take the next month date or the same month, like how you start the
It,
depreciation date.
it depends. Normally, if I receive email saying that this asset started using from a certain day, and I use that
Okay.
email as a proof, then I should start from that day. If I just receive email that, okay, the asset is under use, I can use either email date or the end of the month.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it makes
But
sense because then
my
the
question,
calculation need.
yeah,
Yes,
my just
please.
question is this, the middle column period. I know that we don't use, we don't put anything in there, but what this column is for?
Which one? D key.
Between useful life, yeah, right to the useful life, the next one, this one, yeah.
This one?
Yes,
Period?
yes, what is this column
S-
for? So why do we need this
So,
column?
so I think that we can just use either of this thing. I just forgot what is this for. Although, and no one is using in the hospital, all other hospital, but I think with this thing, you can mention useful life period. Like, let's see, it is gray out problem is, so either thing you can use it, like either this thing, let's see, or this thing. If I enter 001, so see, if this is used, this one is gray out.
Then I see,
So
I see,
either thing you 001 means that should be first day of the month of this period. So if
okay,
you select this one, means April 1st, but here you
okay,
can just mention it. Yeah. Okay. So it is also asking that make this thing same, but we are not doing this thing. Okay, so this is done now. We are just,
Ali, I think it is
yes.
past of the useful life. So if you wanted to capitalize a asset for 10 years and 5 months, so then you put the useful life 10, there PRD, it's 5.
Okay, could be cannot say anything because I not remember anything. What is this for? But yeah, maybe this is for the reason. Could be that is the purpose. So did you use in this thing period just for the information?
When I watched the video, I was told that we don't use that area at all. Or we just
Yes.
use the depreciation start date. And then also when we capitalize asset, when we finalize, we always go to that AW01, and then we see the distribution of depreciation over years. And if we depreciate it in the middle of the year, then on that schedule, we will see that depreciation amount is half of the normal annual depreciation amount for the first year.
The time period over which the asset is to be used and depreciation, if the useful life of the asset includes a part of the year in addition to whole year. If the useful life of the asset includes part of the year, in addition to the whole year, this time period correspond. Okay, the number of period in addition to the whole year over which the planned is and yes, you are right, Sila. So this is the purpose. So if the life is like 10 years and some month, like 3
Oh, I
months,
see.
then we'll select this thing. Yes, so this is good thing to know. Thanks, Asina. Okay, so
Ali, if you put the
yes,
period number, then you cannot put the depreciation start date.
let's see.
Remember, it was grayed out.
Let's see. So it says no,
Oh,
it will, yeah,
okay,
yeah, it
it's
is
fine.
now.
Okay,
But
good.
it says that you have to put these things for the DCG as well.
Yeah.
So we are removing this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so we can now save this thing. So 574 is our new asset. We copy it and
You can send not just to those two, but copy them
okay.
so that we know that all the person know what's going on and just need to settle the things down with with
That's good.
Ali,
Okay.
in that AC01 or AC02 that you went, like it shows the funds of the grants amount, right? There's one box to connect. I don't know whether you are going to show it now or later. Like when you create assets, you create a sponsor, go to the BP sponsor, then we link that asset to the sponsor. Is that thing that you're going to show us later, like when you do the GM module?
Spons
Because
no
these assets are they connected to the sponsor, right? Like that's what they say initially. Is something did they say?
no, there is you are referring maybe some other process not relating to this one for we are not doing anything like this, but because in that I'm just thinking where funds can we attach in which window. Like you are saying that it is there. Maybe I missed this thing.
I saw that, like you showed us now,
Okay. Okay.
but just see. It's okay, like if you cover up
No,
somewhere
no,
else, that's fine.
no. This is not there. Currently, we are not following this thing, but let's see if it is there just for the information
You know,
purpose.
Ali,
Why
they
not?
said like, you need to create the sponsor and link to the AUC, link to the internal order or the asset. So that's their plan, right?
Oh,
Remember,
okay. No,
either
no,
you
yes.
can let it go and you
No,
do this.
yes.
Yeah.
No. I will clear this thing. No issue at all. We'll clear this thing. So this is the thing. Okay. So Asila, For 4300, if we just for example this IO, okay, so you can see that there is no fund window is there, okay. Make it more clear, you can go to any research one which ME is using, research. So in research, this is the figure that you can for the research IOs, you can always link the grant, sponsor, and funds. Okay, internal or external. This is only for the IO type 4100. This option is there. So for the research, yes, there is option to link the grant, sponsor, funds. But for this IO type 4300, there's no connection or no link we can make it. Now again, going KO03. Anything with K3 or even K2. So for 4300 iOS, there is no option for to link any grant, sponsor, or funds. So that's why we did not discuss this thing in this training, as there is no link or concept relating fund sponsor for this AUC. I hope I answer your question, Asila. Okay, so now we created a new asset ending with 5 and 4. It's 5 series asset. So now these steps will start. AIAB settlement of assigning settlement receiver for AUC. So we have to go there, AIAB, and we have to assign this asset to this new asset. So AIB. This thing. Okay, AIB. So just to confirm, what is our cancel this thing. This one is the yes. So this is their. Let's see what will happen. Yes. So we have to change the settlement rule. So select this thing. So sometime you will find the button here, but in this interface it is there because I remember in ECC this enter button is there down there. But in many, if it is not there, it's the layout difference. Maybe with my user this is the case. But if it is not there in the menu bar, you can go here, enter distribution rule.
So can you show,
And
because yeah, I used to have that button. So if I
yes,
don't see
okay.
it, where do I go?
I will show you. I will
Asset.
show you just to enter. Yeah, I will show you again. Enter. 1
Okay.
minute. Okay, so we want to transfer all the calls from AUC for 9,000 series to this asset. And we want it 100% to be transferred. Okay. And let's see. And again, this button, whenever you see this button anywhere in S4 HANA or ECC, this is for the check settlement history. No, this one is for the check. So it will show that everything is correct, nothing has missing or something wrong entry you have to. So if we go back, so entry it is there. Edit, enter
Okay.
distribution rule.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It is there. I remember this thing in ACC. It is there. But okay, now we attach this thing. Let's see settlement. Say that only lost. So now it takes you this to this T code AIBU. Either you can go directly or with this. When you press the settlement button, it will automatically take you AIBU. So you can see that it is AIBU. So it's up to you. Either you can directly go there for the settlement, or we linked the 90,000 series AUC asset to the new asset in this step AIAB. This is done. So if when we press settlement, then it took us to here. So it's up to you. Either go from settlement, pressing there, or directly come to this thing. So it is showing 90,000 document dates. Document dates. Maybe it will make period one text. We can write it. And so again for Asila, it's for you. That normally what they do, what I remember, like they mentioned in the test this thing, the AUC asset number to the new one, which is there just for the reference, so you will remember this thing. So I think same thing you copy paste everywhere. I think so. Document type automatically it will pick asset proceed, it will pick AA. Let's see when we. Yeah, so it shows like all the things are there. So A automatically pick. So just so it is done now. Transfer. So now cost has transfer as it is capitalized. Means now 12,000 has moved from 9 series AUC asset to 5 series. So now it is done. This part is done. Now the last part, because of this whole process is done, ABIFL. So now we are moving this. But to check whether the cost is transferred or not, if we go to this T code, just close this. So slash NAW01N for asset register.
That was
You can see
I
it.
was about to ask you.
So it is there.
Check.
This is yeah, this is our new asset, and the old one is 9,000.
But if you click on the second line, yeah, 52 deferred donation, that should be 0. Yeah, because we haven't entered that information yet.
Yes, correct.
And can you go back to book depreciation?
Yes.
Yeah, this line. Click on comparison.
Yeah. So also you can see that the planned one, you can see if you click here, posted one. So you cannot, there's no posted depreciation, but the planned one is there. It's 12,000, so divided into 12 months, so 100 is there. These are the planned one, but the posted one is not there. Now go comparison. So this is
that's what tells you the depreciation every year. So it's 1,200.
1,200 every, yes. So
yeah.
10 years. That's why to make it easy, I just put 10 years. That's why intentionally and 12,000 the figure.
And
So
April
this,
1st.
yeah, April 1st. So
yeah, for the whole year.
Yes. So if it allows, we'll see. I mean, we run the depreciation. Depreciation should come here, 1,200 in the posted one. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So just going back to this sheet. Now we have to set and go to ABIFL. So this T code. Now we are assigning this thing. /n ABIFL. So this is the asset, main asset, and here we can. I think Andrew, at the back end, Andrew, and do you have the exact idea about these things like I and K? I means current and K means previous one. You have idea about?
Second, yes. For previous year it is K. For current year it is I, and the number 52 or 54 or 51. That's ties directly to the one that you already entered.
Allocation.
In our case,
The allocation we
I
selected.
believe it's 52.
Yes, yes. So,
My
Andrea, like
question
in
is,
what? Okay, yeah,
my
please.
question is, in a lot of cases, the system somehow, which I don't understand, which I don't know why and how, the system
Mhm,
already split that amount into previous year and current year. And when you do this part, you must have
mhm.
put exactly to the penny the previous year portion and current year portion. Otherwise, you won't be able to complete this step. That's why when I was capitalizing previously, I used to go to AW01 and code, and then the
Mhm.
system tells me what is the previous year, what is the current year. Sometimes it's all current, and then I apply the whole amount to I-52, or as a
Mhm.
split, I have to enter them this twice. The last year, the previous year, K52,
Mhm.
and the current year, I-52. And I should enter those amounts. But I don't understand how the system assigned those amounts to previous and current year.
Okay, so for this, the one you were mentioning, so you come in this T code for two times, twice, one for I-52 and for the previous one you will come for K-52.
K52. Yeah, and you have to enter those amounts separately. So basically, if you have 2 years, if your total amount has a split between previous and current year,
Yeah. Mhm.
you must do it twice. First under
So,
K52,
mhm,
second under
mhm.
I-52.
So, under my understanding, I might be wrong, but maybe that was could be the reason that for K52, as you were saying, how system knows, like with when we use this AW01 and it's an old asset, like in our case, it's 12,000, 3 years already passed, so remaining. If that 10 years is the whole life, 3 years already passed, 7 is there. So for the 3 years we use K52 and for the remaining amount we use I-52
Okay,
because the remaining amount we are just trying to we
okay.
got the grant for the remaining amount, so
For a second, can you go back to AW01
yes, yes,
just to see how this
yeah,
asset is recorded?
yeah, AW01 and
Okay, so can you go down a little bit where it says acquired current year? So it's all current year. You see that 12,000? It says
yes,
acquiring transfer of current year acquisition. Sometimes it has two lines, current year and previous year. And that's out where you see the amount uh, in the amount column. That's the amount you must enter in that ABIFL code. But in our case, it's all 12,000 under I-52.
any asset in your mind that is not capitalized but has some previous year 2 3 years we can try on this thing, like
Okay,
any asset number. If we
I
search, can
don't,
you tell me?
um, I
I
don't
will
have
open
it.
it maybe 03. If any serious asset class,
Um,
something 50,000.
Paul, let me open my schedule now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
I
It's
believe
good
I have
to.
this information. Just a second.
So, Asila, are you getting the things? How MGH is doing?
Yeah, Ali. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Can
can't
you
exactly
try?
remember, but the what Andrew is saying, like sometimes we give the old date system picks. I have faced the situations that it's not telling when we calculate manually and what the system picked
Mm,
up. So then we need to go back and fix it. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
kind of a tedious process, like, go back and
TDS, I
forth.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Uh,
Yes.
can
Which
you
class?
try 5000607?
It's 5000.
Just a second.
Sorry.
5000607.
So no, this is the copy of production. I don't know which one. So in that it is not copied.
Okay,
There's a testing server, so they copied before that asset
I
is
see.
created, I
No,
think.
then I don't have.
Okay, not sure. So uh, I will also try this thing, find something and try this thing. And most probably the logic behind is the same, that if we just in the middle of the life of the asset, we got grant and we want to do this thing. So that's why this K and I will, I think
Because
so. So, okay.
there is another thing that I'm going to ask you, but after
Mhm.
I don't need to ask you
Okay.
right
We'll
now.
finish
But
this is the
yes,
last
correct.
step,
Yes,
then
yes.
100%. Yes. Okay, so just making sure it's the same asset I have written. Yeah, 574 is there. And this is according to the allocation which we mentioned in our asset when we are creating. So it's believe I-52.
Yep.
Enter it. So things will be automatically picked. Nothing to do. Uh, yes, document date. Let's simulate any error will come. Okay, so this is the amount we have to take. We have to take from the
12,000.
AWC.
Yep.
12,000,
12,000.
right?
Yep. If you enter I and K, then you have to do it twice. You have to put one amount
Mhm.
here, then pause, and then enter it, and then you have to redo it under K52.
And this amount should be the book value, not the like cost minus depreciation, right?
No, this is the
Like
book value.
in case it is 1 year already passed or 1 month is passed and we have run the depreciation, like for example 1,000 already posted, so now it is 11,000, so we have to mention 11,000, right, maximum.
Yeah, but this is the book value.
Yeah, this is, so we cannot if I enter 13,000 it will not allow me,
I
so it
don't
should be
think so.
12,000 or lower.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
maximum
this is
support. Yeah.
12, yeah, maximum. So let's see, the date is, because we did everything on 30th, so it looks fine.
Or
And
not
one more
normal.
thing. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
On the text, I just normally put the asset number 5,000 and the foundation. That this is the
Okay, in
foundation from the,
text
yes.
here. Okay, so what should
Yep,
I write?
yep.
Sorry, and
Normally I put
please.
5,574, the asset number, and then foundation FBN.
Okay,
Yes,
that it is funded from foundation. Okay,
yes,
574 and then foundation. Oh, it is posted. I pressed the button.
and yeah, normally I write down this as this GL numbers 102599170. So every time we post and every time I have this number, I just record it. Because I have
Okay.
the Excel schedule, what I
Mhm.
capitalize, and I have a column of GL number, journal
Right.
entry. Sorry, not GL, journal entry number. Because when I had a problem and I had to call MMC, they asked me, do you have by chance the journal
Yes.
entry number? And I provide them. So it was
This one.
just easier to find the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's the one.
I will also write
Normally I
it
skip
down.
the first zero because all
Okay.
our journal entry starts with
Okay, start
102.
with one. Okay.
102. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So this is done. Now we go to this /n AW01N.
And now we will see the distribution of amortization as well.
So
This DCG amortization.
Okay.
If
So
we
now
click
the
on
values are
if you click on 52, and if you go to comparison, you will see the same now. Yeah, you will see that's the distribution of amortization over years for DCG. Previously, we looked at asset depreciation.
right, correct.
In our case,
And
it's
then
the same, but if sometimes we have asset only partially funded, then this amounts will be lower.
yeah, got it. So the other one I said, because everything is transferred, so there's yeah, it should be blank 0. Just for yeah, there will be no value because everything is transferred from AUC to this. And this is done. Now the other things, this will come in the representation, then we'll go with the depreciation. This will go one by one with this thing. So we did this thing. So only changes again, instead of ABIFL, you have to write ABIFL. And they mention briefly the things you have to mention it. AFAB, so some elements has been streamlined. So in the previous one, in the ECC, when you run this AFAB for the depreciation, so planned, repeat, or restart runs was there, so are no longer displayed. Okay, so this is not the option depreciating executed for the single company or multiple companies. In our case, it's only one company. So the screen display information about the last posted fiscal year and period, okay, total stock, and these are the same thing. And you asked me that what is the purpose of the total log, detail log. So total log display a summary, display asset level depreciation, no output log. So there's no, we can check it out again.
Okay.
So it's a normal, you can say that behavior for all the reports in S4 HANA. We can go there. See, this is a accounting principle, like the clearing, auto clearing account. So if we have multiple principal, then there's option there. We can this auto clearing, the critical clearing account, the new one, this will help. But in our principle, so no change. So for us, it's, let's see, will it allow us or not? So we can just run this thing. So it shows all the depreciation for the month. 100 is relating, I think. See this, we have less detail in this thing, Andrea. And if we go to the detail log and then run, then we have the asset number as well. Like we have this asset T29, so 100 is planned, or it is, if we just untake it, will be posted $100 there. So everything green means everything is fine. If we go there and take this at the background, because this is always for the background, at the background processing. So because this is a test server, so most probably it will be updated. Let's see. AW01N. The other asset. Other asset is this. So we see whether it. No, it is not still posted. But after some time when it is, yeah, it is not posted. 1200 is there. No, in the posted it is not there. So it will be updated because it's a background thing. So we'll see that thing later. Okay, so going back to the presentation deck. So this is how it goes. Details are there again. If you need, you can just refer to this document. Retiring of asset. I don't know how much we are using. Hendrik, can you give some details or put light on this thing? I mean, what is the process in MGH? Like after asset done is live, what is the procedure? Scrapping it or selling
Uh,
for something?
like don't have too much history. Just
Okay.
relatively
Yeah,
recently
I can
started.
understand.
But for this year, for the previous, I mean,
Mhm.
for 2026, we demolished couple buildings,
Oh,
or we changed using buildings. So I received a mail from Lindsay saying that this four particular capital assets should be um disposed.
okay.
So
So,
I,
okay.
I
Then
just
this will
call
cover
MM.
in this step.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay, then he has done this thing.
And we when we dispose assets, we also have to look whether it was funded or not, or whether the funding was fully capitalized, or whether the asset was fully capitalized. So that all affects the disposal.
Hmm. So this thing might give you some information what MMC has done in ECC. So there are two types. One is in which you will not receive anything, you are just scrapping it. Okay.
That's what we did for the
So,
previous year. There was no
okay.
sales, no sales,
Mhm.
disposal.
Okay.
You know, Ali, what has
And
happened over there, Ali? It's like
yeah.
the most of these old assets we can't find it. They're not available. Like, either it is very
Right,
old.
right.
So then we get a letter from those guys, like from the program to ensure at least it's there. Oh, it is fully gone, like no in a saleable position. So then like you can't scrap it, right? Like no sale value, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So there are two processes which we'll go through. One is scrapping, and the other one if we receive something, $1, $2, 10, 100, or whatever the amount. So first we go with the scrapping. We are not receiving anything at all. So for this, it's very simple. We can use this T code. Go there. We'll use this thing, 5,000. Easy for us to. And the asset. So we know that we created, we just want to scrap it. Accounting principle, as I don't think so. We just scrap it on the last day. Okay, asset value address. Just change. So the calculation will be clean. Let's see, it should be, I think, value date first or this thing. Let's see. So it's T29. We are just what we are doing, we are scraping asset. So there's option 100%. You can do it like, first of all, we can see that if it is 100%. So you will see that 12,000 is the main, it's book value 100. How the transaction is there, net gain loss is 11 because 100 is the depreciation for the month already done. So only the remaining amount was 11,900. So same, it will go to the loss, 11,900. Okay. And for the other thing, I think this is for 151 is for the, I think for the 52, this investments for, so from there also it is going out, I believe. And this is something.
Correct. Yes.
And if you want to make it partial, you have option like you can write like 20% you want to dispose of scrap of 20%. If it is not mentioned, it means 100% with the amount as well. You can either percentage or amount. If there is something like from 12,000, you just want to write off 2,000, you can write 2,000. So accordingly, transaction will be changed. So this is for the retirement when you are scrapping it, means that you are not receiving anything, everything will be going into loss. The other option is that you are receiving something, okay, there's some value. So for this, I think the additional figure will be the amount thing. So enter asset sale without asset. This is the asset principal. It will document date, posting date. So make it, we just select the last date. And how much, like if you are receiving 2000, let's see and same process if you want partially or this thing. So 12,000 was the amount, 2000 is going into other revenue asset sales, and remaining is going in the loss, 9,900. So if you are receiving something, then you will use this T code. On that, this will go to the revenue account, automatically it will pick. And same thing for the partial requirement. If you want something partially, you can retire this. So these T codes for the retirement, then process flow, year end. Year end. Okay, so year end, as we discussed so many times, like now to transfer the balances, there's only one single code which we will be using. It's FAGLGVTR in GL. So it will not only transfer the balances for GL, but also for all the subledgers, AP, AR, asset accounting. But asset has one additional steps before that thing. So they are just telling again to asset closing. When you are doing asset closing, this is the T code, AJAB, AJAB. Okay. So before closing thing, you must remember all assets, acquisition, retirement has done, depreciation has been uh, run, and all these steps what you are doing. And then in the end, when you are sure that nothing has to be more addition or deletion in the asset, then you will run this, close this thing. AJAB, okay. So AJAB, let's see, because year is already closed. Let's see, we can run test run. Oh, slash n AJAB. So fiscal years to be closed, it's 2026. Test run. Everything is clean, all the depreciation, everything is done. So it's mean that nothing. So we can just, let's see whether it will allow, because it should be closed. It allows. Okay, so this part is done. Again, steps are there for the details. You can see this. It is also mentioned in the note. You can see that FAGL, GL balances and carry forward using GL is done, and the asset account year end AJAB is completed. So first of all, you transfer the balances using FAGL GBTR, then this to close it. Asset reporting, now the last step is reporting. So we went through all this thing, entering data, capitalizing this thing, depreciation, retirement, closing. Now last step is reporting. So all reportings are there in ECC, what you are currently using it. So these are the Fury apps. So this will help you like any other Fury apps. It will give you more customization. You can do this thing. So these are the 6 Fury apps provided in S4 HANA. So again, the process to log into the Fury app is not log off. At the top, and this Fury app launchpad. It is opening in second window, but just for you, Shaina, or anyone, that in case if this is not coming there, so simply you have to right click on favorite and insert transaction. When you select insert transaction, you will add exact transaction. But for this, we don't have any transaction like FB50. So I think we go to add other object and scroll down. You will see SAP Fury app. Just click this thing and select this thing. So in case if you are not finding anything in test server or even the production server, you have to go through like this. Like select this, it will add in your favorite. Okay. So first Fury app. Oh no, that's the one. Asset transaction. Either you can copy it or just write it. Asset transactions. So all the transactions relating to asset, you can customize it. You can narrow your search with specific asset, or if you press go, it will show all the assets. But this red sign means mandatory. You have to fill this thing. So there are two ways to do this thing. First is like we can try it. Like it's a free text. You can add anything. So any combination it will come. It's not helping us, so we are not going this thing. So whenever for asset accounting, I saw this thing that it sometimes it's make you it is not working properly. So better always start with the company code. Then things relating to your company automatically populated, or it allows you to. Otherwise, if you go with other keys, sometimes you will be lost. It will not allow so many things. So now what will happen that if you have already selected 1800, so most of the filter it has things relating to 1800, so it will help you a lot. Yesterday when I was just testing, so one of the app it will not allow me to do. So in the end, when I selected 1800, then things relating to me it came. So GL is always this public sector. It is already there. So key group thing. Acquisition, this again you can test, it's different views. You can we just select acquisition, you can select all types, whatever you think, and test what are the differences. Depreciation area is again 0, 1 is for us, but if you want to see the investment accordingly 52 simplicity with it. So these are the minimum entries, and again if you want to save this filter for the future, so it's again is there, yeah, so this option is available for all the Fury apps. You can save it and make a name like MGH, whatever, you can put your name and select as a default. If you put default whenever you open it, these entries are already there. If you select both, public means that even your team members can see this one. Okay, so we select this one. So go back. Let's see whether it works or not. So see, these all entries are there and it is there, MJ, and you can make more accordingly. Okay, now running to the asset transaction. So just want to narrow it. Let's see. We made this new asset. Asset number is not there. No, asset number is not there. I thought there's asset number, but asset class is there. We just narrow it to the 5001. Let's see. Even with the posting date, we can see that today's. So 12,000, the one we made it, and this is the number which Andrew told me that he copies the journal entry number 102. So this is there. If you click this thing, it will take you the some further details. Again, for this, it's these are the recommended one. You can select this one. It will take you to the journal entry. Okay, but the good thing is that just for the information, again, it is journal based. behavior of Fury app. When you click this thing, it will show these options plus more links. Means that if you are not satisfied with these Fury apps, you can add more in that. So you can select any of them, like display document. I select, so it will now appearing here. So this is the general behavior. And yes, you can again, if there is Excel button, you can download. This is Excel button. You can simply click, download the things. And graphically also, I think you can see it because graph is there. Yeah, graphically. Yeah. So these buttons, you can just play around with these things. If you want to maximize, I think it will show like this. Back. And this button. So you can add these things, more things, and filter it. So different option you can work on this thing, and it is same for all Fury apps. So this is first Fury app. Second one is asset history sheet. As the name shows that it is relating to history of the asset. So again, my recommendation, always select the company code first, then select anything because it will save your time in some of the apps. So red mean that mandatory fields. So select this thing. If fiscal year, like it's like in our case, we can just write 2027, we know that period 01. Currency, you have to be careful because sometimes there's a currency CAD, and sometimes if it is not, so always select this 10 company code currency. Like for the ledger, we always select GL. And again, we can save this thing. If you want, you can save as and write MGH and set as default. So next time when you open it, these filters you don't have to put. You can change it. So all entries will be there relating to this app. You can again download, you can, and again, there's nothing new to review the reports. It is same basic concept for any other, like any other Fury app. So rows and columns. Rows means like account determination, account classes are there in raw. Account determination, you can see this account class is there in the rows. Columns coming on that type, on that portion of this thing, like KF code, Myers. So this is by default coming. You can, the benefit of Fury apps is that you can customize according to your need. You can like accounting principle as it is. Accounting principle is same. We can asset cost center. So if we want to add in a raw in this section, so we have to select raw. So asset cost center. So this is for the raw and this is for the column. If I select this, this will add in the raw. So it will come under this thing. So asset cost center, we selected this thing. So we can see that asset cost center is also there. Asset cost center is coming here. And if we want to remove it, press again this button, it will go back to the available fields. And same thing with the columns. If you want to add something, asset cost center, you can select this thing. So it will add here. And then you can download, do your calculations, or and then accordingly. So best thing is this. So you can play with this again. The process is same for all the Fury apps. This thing was asset cost center. Well, you can see it's difficult to do this. So again, the behavior is same for all Fury apps. You can select any column, use this filter, sort, hierarchical. You can work on this thing, and the report will automatically change. And in the end, you can download it. Export as Excel, export as PDF, both options are available. So third one is the depreciation. So depreciation list. So again, the mandatory field you have to fill. So first of all, go to your company code. See, some of the entries are automatic filled, so that is a benefit of this thing. So period, we select this one. And again, it's a free text. You can add anything. So something relating to in this report, if it matches, it will show you. So you can work with. And again, you can save this thing, save as MGH underscore, make it public if you want your colleagues can use this thing. So make it public and run this thing. So all relating to period one will come here. Like in our case, it was 50,000. Let's see. Asset sum number. I think asset sum number, we can add the number. I think so. Let's check. Most probably it will narrow down this. No, that's not the number. It's something else. How many digits? 3, 3, 6, 7, and how many we have? 3, 3, 6, 7 should be there. Let's try one time. So our number is this, like this. So this arrow will give you more detail in that. So it's relating to the, I think the attributes we attach to this particular asset, that this 01 is attached, 52 is attached. So these are the things which we attach. So this is what looks like. Value, journal. So again, going to your asset balances. It's in Fury app. Where's that Fury app? Is there? So sometime it will not come as it is. So just wait for the name of the report, then select this. So again, these are certain mandatory fields you have to enter it. So better select the first company code. So these depreciation currency type. So as I mentioned, it's 10, sometimes it is CAD, so always open this thing and again you can save it. So next time MGH, make it default. So all the related fields are there. Same thing on the left side, you will find some of the available fields you can add, drag and drop there. And according same thing, the output will be changed. You can download this thing according to your need. Asset accounting. So company code, you can select company code 1800. Ledger, it's GL ledger. Currency type, and fiscal year 2027, fiscal period 01, depreciation 01. See now the company code, there are so many company codes are coming, so you have to select your company code. Asset class, we can just make it. So this is kind of for the for manager. It will open a dashboard. So it will give you just bird's eye view that as cards relating to assets will appear. Depreciation, balances, asset transaction. You can see that how many has entered. So it gives you a kind of BI kind of thing or dashboard, and you can add more cards on this thing. If you click this manage card, I think in manage, yeah. So you can, if you want to add something asset balances, so this card will also be added underneath asset balances. See, it is updating. So this is how this will give you some quick overview about the asset accounting. Last but not the least is the display asset master worksheet. So just wait for the app names comes and then select this thing. So in that day is only mandatory, but you have to mention the company code. Ours is 1800. Display asset master. So it is asset master. Okay. Can we enter any asset number? So if we take this one. So T29, this we made today. So select this, then go. So it will show all the details. And again, these are different tabs in there. It will show active account, whether it is active, incomplete, or this. So it will give you, it is capitalized. So it will also give the information that it is capitalized. If you click this, it will give some different information. Asset class, major equipment, cost center, this, capitalize on this date. So it is helpful for you on which date it is capitalized. And if it is retired, a retirement date will be coming here. So that is all about the asset accounting module. Any questions, Asila, Andrew?
Ali, when I'm running a particular report for IOs for internal orders that are still active. I run two reports in, currently. It's
Okay.
one report shows me budget numbers for each budget amounts for each IO. So I just take all IOs and enter them into that report, and the report provides me budget numbers for each IO in Excel format, and then, well, I can import that in Excel format. And then the second report shows me the actual spent amounts for each IO. So can I use the same reports in the new system, or I should run another T codes?
So now these reports, standard reports are already there, but these standard reports are relating to controlling. So as I mentioned that now your budget is transferring to FM modules. So FM modules has its budgeting reports. So this will discuss in funds management. So you will not find any data after go live. Like the previous data will be there, but the new data, as the budget is maintained in FM module, so you have to run FM modules reports.
Okay, and then
So
previously,
yeah,
if I need to run to see what is the budget and what is the actual commitments and what is left for a particular IO, I just run Monte code and it provides me all the
yes.
numbers, budget, actual commitments. Here, do we have the same report in S4 HANA?
So again, these all standard reports will be there or in S4 HANA, but as I am just saying that this will relate to your previous one, like before go live. So all data will be there. You can see that. But after go live, as data will be entered in FM module, so there are new reports in FM modules to see something similar what you are seeing in controlling. So there are different reports which you can check these related items in these reports. So reports will be different for after go live dates. But if you want to see the previous one, like if you want to check like what happened in 2025, so as it is in the in controlling, so these reports will help you as it is.
So let's say if I have, is there any log saying that previously you run this report and then for HANA it should be this report? Is there any log like that?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
not like this. Yeah. And on Thursday, after the meeting, if you are available, so this we discussed before as well. Like if you remember when Harish and me asked about the FM budget to upload in S4 HANA, so unconsumed amount. So we have to take the unconsumed amount from IO budget for 4300 and upload in FM module on 14th of May. So what will happen on 14th of May? At the end of a day, Asila will run this report, settlement, Asila, or I mean, I don't know, this we have to figure out who will do this thing. So we run this report so that all the IOs will be settled on 14th of May so that we can get the unconsumed budget thing. So when we have the unconsumed budget figures, we take this thing, put it in the Excel file. Again, if you remember, I will show you again on Thursday. We did this thing for the testing purpose. I asked you to provide the unconsumed budget you provided. So we will update again this Excel file and give to Deloitte, and they will upload in S4 HANA. So after go live, when you come, when you use it, so the budget will be in FM module. So all unconsumed budget will be available for you. So users can use this thing, post the entries in the IOs. So this will, I mean, just to tell you that this is going to be happen near future. On Thursday, we'll discuss first Asila, then we will discuss with you. And Asila has some idea about this thing, how to get the unconsumed budget thing, but we can confirm with you as well.
Yeah.
Asila, if you want to add something, please add, because this is my old knowledge before training, so I just missed some of the part during this training. I did not attend the Deloitte meetings and MMC meetings, so this was the previous understanding. If you want to add something, please go ahead.
No, that's right. Like for this cutover, I don't know how much that you track, Andrew. So we need to provide the the balance or closing budget for the FM system when you go on live. So the report that you are running, so you are running one report to see the budget, then the actual commitments or the allotted amount and the balance. Is that right? That's the report you are running, right? 3019 report.
3019, correct.
Right. So what we are going to do is we are going to say take the commitment plus the available balance. That's our closing balance to the going on live. So that's what you're planning to do. And so we will touch base with you like anyway once you fill up the form. So I don't know who's going to do that. So then we need to make it sure we all are on the same line. Like if you are confirming this is my bottom line. So that is the amount that needs to go to the new platform. So at the same time, Ali, like my understanding was all these ALR reports. So these are existing. The only reports that we cannot reach are the ones the called Z reports. C reports probably they're going to demolish it, but like all the other reports will remain. And I assume, Ali, you need to double check it with them so that this 3019 report we can still run. The reason, like whatever we do in the FM module, it's automatically getting into the ACCO, sorry, the CO module as well. So we probably run the same report, but Ali will confirm after checking. So you don't want to do like those report in like without it, like the reports in Fury. So those are very user friendly. Like you don't want to think of the GUI numbers or anything. Like you can go and explore it. But like if you feel this is very comfortable, I hope we can use the same. Even I feel very comfortable with this 3019 because it gives the more picture for us to understand. Let's see, like after that, what reports that we can generate.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
we'll connect before the cutover. Like I think we need to submit it on 14th. So we are planning to have a meeting with MMC probably on Thursday. Ali is going to set up a time, like the things like which period that we are going to put the closing balance, and are we going to put because like we are in May, right? So then April and May is gone halfway. So how do you going to put the budget for the? Do we need to put a budget for April and because this is not the OPEX budget which goes over each month, but this is the capital. So the capital probably it's a one line, like wherever it is. So then the balance will remain as we consume, as we put our actuals in. So these are the things that we are going to discuss with them. We can fill you in as well, like to come on board, and we'll connect with you how to do the rest of the things. Like since you handle the capital thing, like so then we need to get confirmation from you also that what is going into the system is right. Let's do it that
Right.
way,
So
Andrew.
yeah,
Right, Ali?
last thing to add. Yes, last thing to add that I will ask Sulman about their availability on Friday because Thursday is on. I have this training session. So so after training, me and Asila will discuss, and on Friday, if they are available, the Deloitte team. So I will arrange a meeting, a short meeting, and I will send you, Andrew, the invitation. If you have time, that will be great. So no, then there will be no doubts, but me and Asila will be there with them. But as an optional, I will send to you this invite as well. So if you have time, please just for 5-10 minutes, come and we can confirm the thing as on the spot. What needs to be done on 14th of May for the cutover, what balances should be go. If you have any question, they will clear it on the spot.
okay. So what
Okay.
day is that? Thursday?
Friday, I'll ask them their availability. Is there, are you available? I can see your chart and accordingly I will. Is there are you busy on Friday or
Let me
I can
check
check
my
your
schedule.
calendar?
Friday. No, I'm available. I'm not busy.
Okay, okay, that will be great. Okay, so accordingly, I will just discuss with them and with I will share with Asila and you. Okay, thank you, Andrea, and thank you all of you. And again, please, if you have time, please fill the survey link mentioned in the invitation.
Ali,
And
Ali, the last one.
yes,
Ali, I think did you close the recording or done?
recording. No, I'm going just one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just close it.
Stop recording. Yes, it is.